Hey, it's Chris here on my channel, and today is March 18, 2025. Yeah, I got a little update on my packing here because we only got 2 more months left here in this house until I'm finally getting out of here by May. And these are all the boxes I always packed and put away just in time for moving down to Florida. And I'm looking forward to this, and these are all the boxes we have here. And I'm trying to take out some of the stuff that I want to share with you guys on what is going on with Max these days. As you probably know, this past weekend, Max removed the entire Looney Tunes catalog from its streaming services. Yeah, a lot of people made this thing about this statement because, thanks to the what this movie called The Day the Earth Blew Up. I didn't saw this movie yet. I know it's probably supposed to be good, but I haven't seen The Day the Earth Blew Up yet. So we'll have to wait and announce they're coming out on Blu-ray very soon, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. But now, thanks to this entire collection of DVDs, VHS, and so on and so forth, I really wanted to say about this after watching one of these videos regarding on the removals of all the Looney Tunes shorts from the Max streaming services. It's been up there since 2020, but then it got removed entirely in earlier this year, probably around over the weekend. Back in January, they removed probably about half a bunch of old stuff. Back in the day, they actually from the 30s right to the early 60s, and then the next wave came in. It was the removal of the 65 to 69 cartoons, and that's basically about it. They wiped it off from the face of the planet. Everyone was devastated by this, the removal. Yeah, fans were crazy or upset for getting rid of all this cartoons. It's all because of what is called David Zaslav, the CEO. Yeah, he was not interested in watching these stuff, so they just got rid of it and from the streaming platform, and that's basically what is done. I mean, what a bummer. I can't believe it. David Zaslav is he's the next Morris Levy. You know, Morris Levy was the guy who was the guy who ran Roulette Records back in the 50s and 60s. He was known for Frankie Lyman or Tommy James and the Shondells and so on. He was the president of Roulette Records and later become a mafia. So I'm trying to get So David Zaslav is actually the new Morris Levy. You know what? He's the next Morris Levy of the company. So I can't believe this is what is going on here. So now, thankfully, I have all the Looney Tunes stuff on every different format around the planet. You know, I found this is what I just have in this collection. This is what I'm collecting. I love Looney Tunes, by the way. Trust me, I love these. I mean, I want to go back in time for a moment. Back when I was a little kid, back when I was when I was little at the time, I used to watch WNEW Channel 5. It was a TV station in New York City. Ran Bugs Bunny and Woody Woodpecker. And then they went over in the 80s. If let's get back in time. Back in the 80s, I used to watch Saturday morning cartoons. They used to watch local television. You got Channel 5 in New York City, ran these old cartoons. Then came the Saturday morning blocks. They had the Bugs Bunny Roadrunner show. They also got the Bugs Bunny and Tweety show. I used to watch this all the time. Back then, you know what? You remember that? It was actually because of what I watched. I loved the Bugs Bunny and Tweety show when I used to watch on Saturday mornings back in the day. I mean, those are my favorite series. I mean, and then remember Looney Tunes on Nickelodeon? That's right. I used to watch that all the time. I used to watch. And of course, there's I used to watch when Cartoon Network came on the air. Yes, back when they used to watch. Remember WGN Superstation used to have these cartoons. Used to be on Bozo Circus. Remember Bozo Circus? That was in the 80s. If you may remember, it was from Chicago. I don't watch any. I'm not a Chicago person. I'm a New York person. But WGN was back then when it became when it was Superstation WGN. Used to have Bozo on every morning. They used to show cartoons on that. They used to show Looney Tunes during one of those segments during the Bozo Circus. Remember WWOR TV Channel 9? They used to air a lot of these Looney Tunes stuff, including Steam Pipe Alley. Remember Steam Pipe Alley? I used to watch this show a lot because every Sunday morning I used to watch Steam Pipe Alley with Mario Cantwine was the host. And I think the matter of fact is, Mario Cantwine was great when he was a comedian. He was doing stand-up, and now he's doing some stuff. He hosted Steam Pipe Alley. He used to do other segments and plus some sketches, plus skits. Then they played like some sort of a game, and then right at the very end they did the obstacle course, kind of like a Double Dare clone. And this was a great time. That's a great memory. I used to watch Steam Pipe Alley every Saturday morning. And I used to watch this a lot. I mean, back in the day, I grew up watching the Channel 9. And then on cable, they used to have TBS, used to have these Looney Tunes stuff. They also have TNT. I used to watch on different channels. Back in the day, then Cartoon Network came. Back in the day when I used to watch all these great stuff. I mean, some great memories. I grew up watching this from my childhood. Those are fun memories. I love being a fan of Looney Tunes because, and this is what I think I have here. And it's got the Bugs Bunny 80th Anniversary Collection here. These are Blu-ray. These are all the collector's choice. I always showed you this one, the Spotlight Collection. I used to have the Golden Collection. I would love to go back and rebuy all the Golden Collection sets. And, of course, the Platinum Collection sets that I need. Then, of course, I think of, most frankly, yes, Looney Tunes Back in Action. It's a pretty great movie. Space Jam and A New Legacy. That's actually a perfect movie. But also, I need to get more of these stuff, including the one I am planning on getting it very soon. They announced in May they're planning on releasing on Blu-ray called The Day the Earth Blew Up. Yeah, the movie just came in theaters, but then the movie was kind of a meh at the box office, was kind of a disappointment because of the other distributor, Ketchup Entertainment. If you don't know, Ketchup Entertainment was an indie company, produced only one movie. They produced one film, basically had The Day the Earth Blew Up. And there's actually a thing about Wiley versus Acme was kind of like they kind of shelved. It looks like it was completed, but it got completely shelved because canceled due to that tax write-off or something. It was really supposed to come out back in 2023, but instead it got Barbie. Ugh, Barbie sucks. The Barbie movie stinks. I hate that movie. So, that's probably about it. And, of course, let's get back on that. I used to watch every single cartoon on there. Now, thankfully, I've been starting collecting Looney Tunes stuff since the 90s. I've been collecting VHS tapes. This is something I really like to watch. I have to go back and rewatch every single film. Yeah, these are the Christmas ones. And there's, hold on a second. It's Bugs Bunny All-American Hero. Oh, these are going back in the day. I mean, trust me, this is the film I remember going back in the day when I started watching these. I'm planning on getting more of these 24 karat gold VHS sets. I know there is a Betamax version of this. I might exchange it to get a new Betamax copy one day. And here's Daffy Duck. And I like to plan on getting more stuff in sometime in the future. I'm not going to buy like music or 8-track or anything. I'm trying to focus on buying these. And there's Video Show Volume 2. I'm also planning on getting Volumes 1 and 3 soon. I saw these on eBay. There's Betamax copies that existed. If I can trade or exchange it for a Betamax copy. And there's a slew of public domain tapes. It's got Porky Pig. It's got another one. Another one. Oh, yes. Yes, this is another public domain tape. As Lumberjack is not public domain, it's still under copyright. And here's another tape that has a Foghorn Leghorn cartoon, Growing Pains. It's not public domain. It's basically it's under the first cartoon is under copyright. Yes, it's got the mismatch tape label or something. It's got the Star Classics version of this tape, but it's got Daffy Duck on there, but it's probably got the wrong tape. Daffy Duck Commando, or yeah, came from like one of the worst qualities. It's not Star Classics. It might be from a Kid Pix tape. It was a Kid Pix tape. It's actually the New Age Video with Kid Pix tape inside. I checked it once. Since I did checked it, it was a Kid Pix tape. And here's the Daffy Duck. There's only a couple more of these. And this has got to be one of the worst tapes ever. Cartoons Are Fun by VidTape. This is probably one of the worst, if not the worst tape out there. Yeah, it's one of the worst. I always want to, maybe I'll have to get more Cartoons Are Fun collection tapes because of like those public domain ones, because there's basically one of it was depending on the video quality, it looks like it was atrociously bad quality compared to these other video quality they did. Looks like they dubbed it from a VCR or whatever it is, or something they replaced with something else. It's a Space Jam. And last but not least, Bugs Bunny Roadrunner movie. This is the one collection. This is the very first Looney Tunes release out there. And this is definitely one of the very first ones to be released under what was then called WCI Home Video at the time. Well, it was Warner Home Video at the time, known as WCI Home Video. And that was probably one of the very first release. I have to plan on getting more earlier tapes at some point, like the Looney Bugs Bunny movie, or the Daffy Duck's movie Adventure Island, Bugs Bunny's 1001 Rabbit Tales. I think about planning on getting this one day. And also I'm going to be planning on getting the Looney Tunes Video Show Volumes 1 and 3, which I think I'm missing 1 and 3. I'll have to think about getting that sometime. This is definitely one I am looking forward to get this at one point, because what happened was Max removed everything. Yeah, all the Looney Tunes stuff from 1930 to 1969 are completely just removed from the streaming service. And I know, thanks to all this stuff, now I have a whole collection of all the Looney Tunes stuff has been there in this. Yeah, I always love to support this thing. I am supporting Looney Tunes physical media. Yes, I think they did a pretty good job on this, releasing it. And now there is also there's a way that there is a new Blu-ray release called Looney Tunes Collector's Vault Volume 1, which has 50 of these cartoons, which will be coming out in June. And these are all the stuff. And thankfully, I would love to see if I can keep all of these stuff. But I might be getting more Betamax tapes of all the Looney Tunes stuff in my collection. And I think this is definitely the one thing I always wanted to say. This is definitely the one I always love. I always enjoyed watching these. A lot of these cartoons I used to watch when I was a kid. And even nowadays, I watch it even today. And I am a diehard fan, and I'm still supporting the Looney Tunes. I am supporting Looney Tunes as well because I'm a huge fan. But sad to say, it's sad to see it go from Max. So I think it's time to move on and buy some decent tapes, like the decent physical media, like buy a DVD or Blu-ray on Amazon. You can get them on Amazon. Or if you want a VHS, or if you want to get a VHS tapes of every single Looney Tunes or Betamax, you should go on eBay and get all these stuff. And you need a VCR. All you need is a VCR, a Betamax VCR or a VHS VCR. And you can pop it in your VCR and watch it. And this is what, for the love of it, this is definitely the best one. I always want to check it out. So, and that's all I could have to say about this because, yep, Looney Tunes is completely gone from Max, completely. And I hope you'll enjoy a little bit of a short video. So, I hope what will be the next video we'll be talking about. But we'll have to see what happens. If you enjoyed it, just leave a comment below. Just like, subscribe, and you'll never miss a thing. And once again, this is Chris, and I will catch you again later.